Welcome, friends. We're here back in the Skyhawk. I am definitely hooked now on this whole idea of flying point to point, whatever, city to city, in the longitude as we love to do. And then once we get there, getting in the Skyhawk, checking things out. The scenery's incredible. I misspoke yesterday. I said the 172 doesn't have an autopilot. The 152 doesn't have an autopilot. The 172 does have an autopilot, which I've been using on this flight from MMUN, Cancun, to the destination waypoint, Costa, which is Chichen Itza, the Mayan ruins. So I've assigned camera views. Here's this, obviously, pilot view. Looking out the left side. Passenger view, my passenger's up front. Right seat and passenger's view out the right side of the aircraft. We are only 44 seconds, 43 seconds ETE, estimated time en route from Chichen Itza. And we're doing about 90 knots. It's about 95 miles from Cancun. So we've had a nice, very pleasant flight. We flew it to 2,500 feet. But now we're going to disengage the autopilot. And we're going to just look around here for this very short sightseeing view of Chichen Itza. And I think I see it outside the left side of the aircraft. I've actually been here in real life. There it is. Check that out. Fantastic. Outstanding. It's nicely modeled in sim. Yeah, I went here with my old man back like I think in 1984. Long time ago. Let's double back, give our passenger a nice view. ...800 feet, 750 feet right now. And slowing a little bit just so we don't zoom right past it. But honest to God, I'm going to definitely start incorporating the Skyhawk, the 172 sightseeing tours into my flights, because it's just, you know, again, showcasing the amazing scenery. Why not? You know, go explore. That's one of the best parts of this game. All right. Let's give our passenger a good view. Don't want to get too low.
500.
Speaking of getting too low, that was Betty telling us that we were at 500 feet AGL. All right, let's switch over to our passenger's view. There she is. Now there she goes. There's her view. This building here, obviously some sort of museum. That is so cool. There it is. Fantastic. Pretty cool, huh? I mean, if you can't travel in real life, at least you can travel in the sim. Look at this. Awesome. Awesome. That is freaking so cool. All right, well, listen, we had to come and look at Chichen Itza. I mean, you can't go to Cancun and not check out Chichen Itza. I was glad for the opportunity to have seen it in real life so many years ago. Very cool. All right, well, listen, we got about 90 miles back to Cancun. We got about 15 gallons in the tank, so we're gonna start heading back. Yeah, that's definitely some kind of a museum. I'm guessing that is not a Mayan ruin, but these clearly are. We've got to make sure we get our screenshot. Bitchin'. Really cool. And we're right above an airport. That was nice of them. All right, so that's the pilot's view. All right, so let's just do couple more quick things before we conclude this short flight video. First things first, let's get the aircraft stabilized. And so let's re-engage the autopilot, but first let's set our altitude to 2,000 feet. Make sure we don't have heading off, and then we want VS 700 feet per minute. And then, okay, good. So now we've got that under control. Airspeed looks good. Well, actually, you know what? There we go. I noticed it dropping a little more than I was comfortable with. Okay, now, what we're going to do now is go over to the direct button and activate. Let's see, how do I... How do I, No, that's comms. Oh. Direct 2. There we go. FPL. Hold on, let's just make sure we're stable. Well, let's at least head in the right direction. Switch to HTG, but not until we addressed our bug to due east. We're basically heading in the right direction. Activate heading mode. Good, okay, so now we're headed back towards Cancun. We're at 2,000 feet. And our fuel flow is too high, so let's go ahead and bring that down. That's better. We're properly leaned. That's fine. So let's figure this out. How do I select a direct to waypoint? I mean, I want to go back to MMUN. Aha! M. Enter. M. No. Oh, jeez. Direct to. Oh, shit. How do I get out of this? Duplicate waypoints. Yikes. Come on, guys. Help me out. How do I clear this screen? Well, you don't need to watch me do this boring stuff. So I'm going to figure this out. This gives me something to do on the way back to Cancun. Clear. You'd think that... How do I get rid of this screen? Anybody know? Nope. Well, I'm desperately curious as to how to figure this out. How do I get rid of that screen? Well, we'll figure it out on our flight back. But anyway, I know how to get back to Cancun because you see this highway right here? I just have to follow that. That'll take me all the way back. So let's turn a little bit. Just stick with that. That's one of the benefits of VFR flying is if the weather's good, you don't have clouds, you just use roads and landmarks to fly. And this is Highway 180D, I think it's called. Yes, 180D. That'll take us all the way back into Cancun. So, in the meantime, I'm going to figure this out. Anyway, thanks for joining us for our brief sightseeing tour of Chichen Itza.